Our next live guest is standing by with the tips you need to know if your teen is throwing or attending a Halloween party this weekend. We want to get to that as soon as we can. Rodney Poole, he's standing by actually talking about Halloween parties. They are expected to be bigger than ever, so it's certainly important to know how to keep your kids safe. Rodney is the program coordinator at Talk It Out NC, which provides tools and resources that people can use to talk to their kids about all the dangers of underage drinking. So Rodney, it is so great to have you. Thank you for joining us. Do we have his mic? You can hear me, Rodney?
Yes, good morning.
There we go. Hi there. So
good morning.
Let's start out with our first question. What are some tips for finding hidden alcohol inside a home?
Well, the bottom line is parents really need to be in tune with their young people. Finding stuff is one thing, but having those conversations with their young person, I think, is even more crucial, that the young person realizes the importance of not consuming alcohol. Alcohol has been shown to cause major damage to developing brains, developing bodies, academics, athletics, social, emotional development. But there are all sorts of things online that people can get a hold of that can hide alcohol. I've seen fake water bottles, fake soda cans with a hidden compartment, feminine hygiene products with a hidden compartment that you can actually add alcohol. There are a number of things, but go to our website, talkitoutnc.org. There are a ton of resources available to get those conversations started with young people so that they realize what the parents' boundaries are, if you will, what the rules are that are in place, what the consequences will be for breaking those rules. And they'll also understand the importance of the danger of a young person consuming alcohol.
Rodney, tell us some ways that parents out there can use technology to ensure their kids are safe.
Well, there are a number of apps online. One of them is, I believe, Life 360. There's another one. There's a tracking app that the parent can download, and they'll be able to stay in contact or at least know where the young person's cell phone is. That's why, once again, think about as a young person how we were able to make things happen and kind of fly under the radar of our parents. But once again, it goes back to those conversations. The importance of a young person realizing the dangers of underage drinking, as well as parents being able to effectively have those conversations. When the frequency and the effectiveness of those conversations increases, actual use of alcohol amongst teenagers decreases.
So Rodney, say for parents or guardians, their kids are about to head out the door this weekend for a party or a gathering with friends from school. You're saying start the conversation, but what is that first step to kind of not be too intimidating or, not maybe too aggressive? What is the best way to calmly start that conversation?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's never too late and it's never too early to have those conversations, but just reminding the young person of what the rules are, the fact that underage drinking is illegal, help make sure that the young person realizes that the parent will be keeping up and monitoring, if you will, whether it's digitally or even maybe stopping by to chaperone the event, as well as that we recommend parents be up when the kid gets home. Don't just let a kid come in and go to bed. Have them check in, have them wake you up, lay down in their bed and have them wake you up when they get home. Hopefully they're making it home by curfew, and because you've set a curfew. But it doesn't have to be this interrogative situation. We recommend starting early. Talking about health, talking about decision-making, talking about peer pressure. Help them learn how to deal with peer pressure, because this is one of the booziest holidays that we have every year. It ranks just below Mardi Gras, New Year's Eve, St. Patrick's Day. So there may be opportunity for that young person to have to deal with peer pressure.
Wow, great reminders, Rodney. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for what you do. And if anyone at home missed anything from Rodney, you can learn more. Sign the pledge to stop underage drinking. Please visit talkitoutnc.org.